Earlier on, Riot posted an Ask Me Anything thread on Reddit which got a fair amount of engagement from Rioters. They responded to all sorts of questions, including one from me about season launch missions, Orange Essence Emporium, watch rewards, honor tokens, limited chromas, old Victoria skins, ports, mastery, and a lot more. I'll do my best to cover all of these with enough context too. Galaxy Smash says they're adding 4 new buttons to the practice tool in patch 14.2. Riot don't have any skin ports from other games like Wild Rift or Runeterra planned for 2024, but they'll keep an eye on player interest in the meantime. Some clown asked, "Hey dev team, I really enjoyed the season launch missions from previous years, especially the mystery champion and riddles from last year. Was wondering why you didn't do them this year since they've been a tradition since 2018. Barack Obama responded with, "One of the things we are talking about a lot internally is how to tie together all of the different things we do into a cohesive narrative for folks to engage in. When we do this well, it rules, and when we don't, it feels like League is a bunch of different teams all trying to do stuff. You're describing one tactic we might use to do this, narrative integration with missions. Should be more to talk about next season, but both sorry we missed the opportunity this year and excited about what's to come." Someone responded saying, "Corpo speak for not cost efficient, we deliberately didn't do it." And Riot responded saying, "Nah, reality is that there is a lot going on and it slipped our minds. I never heard a proposal for it that I shot down or anything like that on the basis of cost. It's also not a process for us yet. In 2018, some dev probably thought of it and folks rallied and helped them do it. If no one thinks of it, it doesn't get done. On the flip side, we're taking this stuff more seriously from now on, so it's good to get the feedback that folks appreciate and miss things like this. It's interesting to see how the team works behind the scene. This is much better than them deliberately removing it. It seems they forgot, and because there isn't a process in place, then nobody was reminded about it, but they're looking at bringing it back, or something similar next season. So unfortunately not for this year, and it's still a bit vague about what will happen with this going forward." As for Riot's response to an Orange Essence sync, somebody mentions that a good use for Orange Essence could be for old event chromas at a really high OE price. And Riot responds with, "Let me think about Orange Essence Emporium for a bit." Now either they're just saying what I think we've heard several times before from different Rioters, that they're considering it but there's never any clear timeline or info about it, or it kind of sounds like he's going to think about it now and maybe come back to this thread with a more detailed answer. Hopefully that's the case, and I'll keep an eye on it. Considering the Chinese servers have an OE shop, it's about time we get one too. Next question, someone asked, "Are there any plans to revert the change to watch rewards being only granted when watching live? Worlds took place at like 1 AM my local time and it was not feasible to watch while needing to sleep for work the next day." The official League account replied, "Drops in its current state reward fans for watching our biggest moments in League of Legends esports live. However, we are aware that our fans are global and not always able to watch in real time. We are actively exploring ways to reward those fans who catch up outside of the live broadcast. The thing with this is they used to have an okay system before with watch rewards which were tied to in-client missions, and then they were removed without explanation, and it wasn't like it was easily abusable because watch rewards were capped at a certain amount. But now we have a system that encourages people to set up auto tab openers because they can't watch live, and it's the only way to get some exclusive emotes for their mains. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with here." Riot Revenancer confirms that you'll keep your mastery points, so if you have 2 million mastery points now, you will still have 2 million in the new system. However, your mastery score will be displayed less and your mastery level will be displayed more often since they are uncapped. For example, instead of it showing 2 million points, it'll show level 55 or whatever. Your mastery tokens that you have saved in your loot page now will automatically convert into marks of mastery. After that conversion, if you have enough marks plus more earned from your mastery score, you'll gain levels right away. So it sounds like if you're mastery 6 but have 500,000 points and 2 tokens on a champ, then all of that will convert or combine into a bunch of marks and levels. So both your tokens and score get converted into marks and thus levels. You won't lose anything that you've earned when it changes to the new system. Rioter Capybara says they don't have an approach to bringing back event chromas at the moment, but they do want to find that approach. However, they want to be respectful of the time and effort that OG owners put into getting them. Then things got a bit spicy when someone said they wouldn't want Riot to re-release their limited golden championship Z Chroma, and someone disagreed, saying that something you purchased due to artificial scarcity and FOMO shouldn't be considered prestigious, but if they were talking about Victoria skins and chromas then they would be justified. To which Rioter Capybara replied asking, "Wait, why are they different? This reply reads like you privilege rank skill expression as a good reason and the other stuff as a bad reason." Then someone didn't like that, saying there's a big difference between skill and time dedication in ranked versus clicking a purchase button on a specific day. And this is where Riot Spider Capybara claps back saying that spending money on the game isn't less trivial than spending time, especially considering that the money is still earned and valued by the spender. Not only that, but a player may have decided to spend that money on something in game because they really wanted it and assumed it would never be available again. That person would feel disrespected or like they made the wrong choice if that item does return later on. He points out people would feel upset if they put Victorious Morgana on sale for $10 tomorrow, and that's no different to if they put an event limited item back on sale again. People would be upset about that too. Then they give examples on how Riot could bring exclusive content back, whether it's more expensive than what they were, or maybe it's only available to people who were or weren't playing back then. Maybe they're only available to high honor players. Maybe they get sold for a ton of blue or mythic essence. To which someone jumps in to ask about the Honor 5 token because the token shop at the moment is pointless for a lot of people. And Riot responds saying nothing to share today but more to come absolutely. Someone asked about players being able to choose previous Victorious skins using something like a Victorious shard that can be spent in the Victorious vault. And Riot's response seems to suggest that they're leaning towards not doing this and keeping things like Victorious skins limited to when they were acquired. He links to a previous post which is quite wordy but basically says they're very hesitant and almost against bringing back Victorious skins, and that their solution was to actually make earning Victorious skins easier so people below gold can earn them too. He then elaborates that they definitely don't want to do the Victorious token or shard idea, and another issue is people could sit on a stack of tokens, making it a less meaningful moment each year. However, they are open to a limited thing gets fundamentally more expensive if you weren't around to get it the first time, similar to how prestige skins and the mythic shop work now. But surprisingly, they haven't jumped at this easy money making opportunity, and it's because devs like him really do respect original owners' time and effort to get them. Rider XR mentions that they're working on better initial placement for all queues, smurf detection, changes to LP and number of games required to reach true rank, duo queue for high elo possibly returning, and addressing the issue of being hard stuck to the point that people create new accounts to get a better rank. That's pretty much it. A lot of responses were vague and didn't really announce anything concrete or official, but gave us a rough idea on what they're actually looking into. I'll link to the full thread below if you want to read more. Thanks for watching, see you next time.